So, bit of a difference today. I got really bored with my haircut, so I wanted to do something dramatic, and I've been ginger for 3 years. I actually didn't want it this dark. I knew that this would actually cover the ginger, and then I can just slowly lighten it over the next couple of months. I wanted it to be burgundy, but this has got like some purpley undertones, I think. So don't get too used to this colour, but it will be a version of this colour. I thought we'd discuss it, considering there's been a massive change from my last couple of videos to this. So we're back to dating stories, because again, I want to remind myself why men aren't worth it. The second you give them a chance, it's so not fucking worth it. Goes without saying, I'm very sorry these people have gone through these dating hell stories. I just find them entertaining to read. The worst date I ever went on. This was a couple of years ago. I had just found out my husband, who left a little bit before, was with someone. I found out by Facebook pictures someone showed me. They really think that we're not going to find this stuff. Girls are like detectives when we like someone. We will find your secrets. Since that was one of the worst and most humiliating things I've ever experienced, I gave in and figured I might as well. First and foremost, I immediately got a message from a guy I dated for maybe a month before it ended, before I met my husband. They always come back, don't they? Fucking little leeches. I know I had a different last name, and my hair is deep red as to blonde when I knew him, so that was odd. I started sending messages back and forth with a few guys to get to know them. I was very clear that I was just basically looking to talk as friends, because obviously I hadn't even talked to another man aside from my husband for 51 to 52 years. Whoa. Oh, 5.5 years. Got it. I was thinking, like, that person must be in their 70s. I sort of clicked with one guy and we made plans for a movie. It was normal, literally just movies and home. The only thing was I found out he was 30. That was even younger than my husband, so I wasn't thrilled. The second date was where things got weird. We went to dinner, then just were sitting talking in his car. Talked non-stop about how his ex-wife was very sexually explorative, the craziest place they had sex, etc. Guys monopolising conversations into sex is so mediatic. He talked about several other sexual encounters in detail, then told me that he got a stalking charge on the army base he was at. Red flags. Which of course was her fault. Then he basically did all he could to try and get laid. I bet he calls himself an alpha male right now. Wondering why I was saying no, assuming that I was embarrassed of myself, I guess. I'm average weight, I'm not embarrassed. I got home and just cried. I realised that I didn't even want to date, I was just distracting myself from life. He completely stopped texting me, thank God. Yeah, it's amazing when a guy realises he's not going to get anything from you that he just stops making an effort. Then he texts me a year later, just out of the blue. I blocked him immediately. Since then, I shut Match down, and I really just don't have any desire to date again. Anyone really can't stand how people are. They lie and seem to always have some kind of agenda. I'm sure there are great guys out there. I just don't care at all. I know this is like incredibly biased, but I have gotten to the point of realising that I don't think there are that many good guys out there. The 70,000 rape chat group, which is not even, that's just one of how many that we don't know about. The fact that there's so many grooming gangs, there's so many predators, there's so many pedophiles, there's so many people that if it was legal, they would date people under the age of 16. And then the ones that don't just want to use you for their own validation, and it just makes you feel like shit. So I know the feeling. Sorry you went through that. He sounds like a fucking creep. Yeah, totally. Most people are disappointing. They don't see other people as people with rich interior lives. They're the main character in their own story. This is the thing. People just sort of treat you as if you're an extra in their lives and you're not a person with your own feelings. My 23 female boyfriend, 26 male, lost his father a few months after we started dating, and he just said that I brought bad luck to his family, which killed his father. What should I do? Leave him? What sort of person says that? So this man made a move on me when I was in another physically abusive relationship. Told me he had feelings for me, wants to marry me, etc. Also love bombing. And just wouldn't give me time to get over my previous relationship of 4 years. Grieve and then think about us. I now kind of think he was love bombing me. Yeah, he was, 100%. During that time, his father had already gotten sick and doctors had told them that he doesn't have much time left. Instead of going back home to spend time with him, he said that he wanted to focus on finding a job considering his family situation. He told me that he is okay to give me a year's time to move on from my ex. Okay, I wonder where that was going. but simply needed me to be with him immediately because he was going through a lot. So drop everything in your life, like put everything in your life on hold, it sounds like. I had no other option left, quite literally, and I agreed to give it a chance. A few months later, he lost his father and couldn't visit home much, as we were international students. I think I did my best to support him during these times, and I understand if it wasn't enough. I apologised at every opportunity to make him understand that I was there. 6 months later, I found a job, and he still hasn't. And everything has changed since then. He wouldn't talk to me, wouldn't have physical intimacy as much, won't sound happy about me finding a job. He is a child. He is literally one of these man children that if the woman is doing better than the guy, he feels super, super insecure. It's a big deal because I came on a hefty education loan that literally started the same month as my new job. Thought, for instance, that he is jealous. We have been living together for a while now, and for the last 2 months, all of this has been going on. He told me he is depressed because of not finding a job, but would lash out frequently and say the meanest things to me. No, girl, run. Yesterday, I told him I wanted to call it off when he said that my ex's beating, slapping was natural considering how I behave with people.
Run.
Are you kidding me? That is emotionally abusive. Using your previous physically abusive ex's actions to demean you for doing well. What a prick.
And you supposed to be a man, are you?
Yeah. Nice.
And he said that I'm such bad luck in his life, that ever since I came into his life, he lost his father, couldn't get a job, and basically everything went downhill because of my existence. No. It went downhill. Like, firstly, there's nothing anyone could have done. People lose family members. That's just natural. But he may genuinely be depressed about losing his father, but then go to therapy or speak to someone at least. It is his responsibility to get a job. If he has no motivation, that's not her fault. Blaming it on her, I fucking hate men like this. I used to have a friend whose partner was like this because he felt so insecure in himself. They were not physical at all. This was the crazy thing. He was messaging and talking to other women online. Like, he wasn't going to have sex with his wife because he was so fucking insecure about himself, but he would go out of his way to talk to randoms online. Now he is gaslighting me because I'm moving out and because he doesn't have a job or money to pay rent, or maybe he shouldn't have treated you like shit. He will have to return to his home country like a loser. What should I do? That's not your problem. If he brings no happiness to your life, he is not worth being in it. End of story. The whole scenario looks like he supported me when I was so mentally down. How? Because it sounded like you went out of your way to leave whatever the fuck was going on in your life to support him while his father was ill, and then his father passed away, and then eventually you got a job, and then he's been sponging off you all this time. Is that not what I'm reading? And now that I can take care of myself and move out, I am not supporting him and abandoning him. Thank you. He is verbally and emotionally abusive. Stand your ground. Guy's a jerk. He's probably jealous that you have a job and he can't find one, but he is abusive by saying he understands why your ex was physically abusive. First, the emotional abuse starts, then physical. Leave safely when you can. It will get worse. The only person to blame for his life's decisions is himself, not you. He's just miserable and taking it out on you. Poor girl. She says, I was just unsure because otherwise he's been a gem of a person and I really wondered if this kind of abuse is normal. No. Okay, one last short one. Taking Facebook creeping to a new level. I've been dating this girl for just a few weeks. Her level of intensity was instantly suspicious, being overtly sexual on WhatsApp before we'd even met. Don't even meet people that are like that. They're literally only interested in one thing. Making longish term plans, talking about our dates like there was some magical serendipity. So she was a bit weirded out when I told her I was divorced. I explained why me and my ex split. It was mutual, amicable, and related to a personal issue my wife had, which isn't my business to discuss. The girl I was dating didn't believe me and went snooping on my Facebook. She somehow found my ex on Facebook. Whoa.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
That's not cool. Which is incredible as I don't have Facebook, so she didn't find her that way, and my ex-wife also uses a synonym, as she's a very private person. This is fucking creepy. She then proceeded to ask my ex-wife to verify my story as to why we broke up, which my ex reluctantly did. She then messaged me to warn me. The girl I was dating then gleefully messaged me with, baby, I didn't believe your story about your divorce, but your ex confirmed the story, so now we can be together. Needless to say, I ended things immediately. Damn, you clearly dodged a bullet. Yeah, Jesus. Your poor ex-wife too. Yeah, this person literally like stalked, found her ex just to verify a story. Doing that already now, what's she going to be like in 6 months? Wow, that is nuts. I bet her exes could tell some stories about her that would make your skin crawl and keep you up at night, because you know she has done worse than that to others if she was willing to message an ex that easily. That's what I'm saying. If you enjoy these dating hell stories, make sure to give us a like and subscribe if you like it. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to post twice a week. At the very least, we're getting up one a week, so I try to get them up on Sundays, but you know, if it falls into the following week, normally it's stuff that's happened. Casper was taken into the vet last week because possibly got early onset arthritis, so taking care of him, he's having medicine every single day and he hates it. Still getting up one a week, no matter what. If there are any specific topics you want me to react to, we can go back to the malicious compliance, wedding drama, anything like that. Let me know in a comment below. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!